Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. I know I am. So hey, today I'm doing a day of eating. This is just a regular keto day, but a little different than I have been doing in the past. I'm taking it down a little bit, so I'm going to go below 20 total carbs or less. I'm going to try to do that probably for the whole month of August as well. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you find out it pretty fascinating. See how I do. So I'm sure probably not every day I'm going to make it, but I'm sure most days I will try anyway. I'm going to give it a good go. That's generally what I was doing before, and when I got into maintenance mode, I went up a little bit. I think it's time to take it back down a little bit and get into shape for the summer. I want to get below that one, a little bit below that 180 mark, maybe to 178, maybe 175. Between 180 and 175. So I'm going to take it down a little bit. So hopefully you find it fascinating. Let me know if you have any questions. There's an email down below that you can contact me on. Ask me anything you want, as well as I would love to be able to help you if you have any questions or you think I can help you. So all right, see you in the next segment. Good morning. Wow, that didn't sound so good. So for another day of eating, so 5:30 in the morning, so nice and early, starting the day off. So I start with my coffee, so that's the first thing I do. Gotta wake up, try to get going. So I'll show you what I'm doing with my coffee. And see, I know I'm missing something. Alright, so let's go over and see where we're at. Let me get a spoon. Alright. Alright, so coffee, instant coffee. This is the MSM Pure that I'll be taking. Let me know if you're taking this and what you think of it. It's been about 2 weeks for me now, so I'm going to take this full container at least anyway, so then we'll see how I feel of it. I think if it's helping me at all or not. So, and of course my collagen I take every day. No cups, no K-cups, it's just hot water. That's all I'm using it for at this point in time. So while that's going, I'm going to go to the refrigerator. Let's see. I know this is the same thing. I still had some muffins left over. I'm going to have a blueberry muffin, I think. I don't know. Do I want a blueberry muffin? You know what? I feel like something else, so you know what I'm going to have? I'm going to take 2 pieces of protein spare modified bread. So I'm gonna have for breakfast is 2 pieces of cheese with 2 pieces of bread. That's what I feel like having. I'm gonna bring that over here. I'm gonna finish the coffee. Pop that into the toaster, get that going, set it out of the way. Finish the coffee off. I put some ghee in it, in the coffee. A little bit of the Keto Chow Daily Minerals. So one teaspoon of it. I'm actually going to put a couple, instead of putting sweetener in there, I'm going to use this sweetener here. It's a liquid sweetener from Keto. It's less carbs and less total carbs. All right. So we're going to put that in it. Oh, I forgot my coconut cream. So in the curry coconut cream, last thing I put in. Alright. Use my frother. Got a plate for my toasts. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick it in the microwave for about 20 seconds to melt the cheese. Alright. Cheers. Have a great day. Hopefully your day is starting off as good as mine is. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a good week. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. the way the toast came out. All right, I'm gonna sit down and eat this, and then come back and I'll show you what I'm doing the rest of the day. All right, let's go through our supplements. Just go through them every day. You know, you probably get tired of seeing them. This is the B12. This is the fish oil, the omega-3s. The zinc. I wait and take these at my lunchtime. So this is the iodine. This is the K3, K2. Again, if you have any questions or anything else, let me know. You know. And this is the magnesium. And this is Santa Barbara. Santa Barley. So that's what I'm taking right now. I do take electrolytes. I do that usually when I'm going for my walk. So you'll see that later. But that's those are my vitamins that I take. I shouldn't say supplements because they're not vitamins necessarily. And then for lunch, what I'm going to actually do is, actually I should have prepared a little bit better. Again, if I'm talking too quietly, I'm sorry. It's just people sleeping here. So for my lunch, I'm going to have the ratio. This is the mixed berry yogurt. That's going to be part of my lunch. I'm going to take 2 of the Baby Bells. I'm going to take 2 pieces of cheese. So 2. Put them in a bag. Two of the egg life wraps. Put those in a bag with the cheese. And then the main courses, I'm going to have these Polish sausage. These are the Teton's Polish sausage. So, uncured, grass-fed beef sausage. So, they're probably my favorite. I get these every time I go to Costco. I get them from Costco. These are pretty regular. So I'm going to take 2 of these. Sorry about that, I had a little trouble with the camera. So, Teton's, so that's my lunch. I am going to put some ketchup in there. I put a little bit in like this and take it with me. Now this is the Heinz so I know it's not the cleanest. It's not terrible though. I mean, it's basically just, it's got tomato concentrate, ripened tomato, distilled white vinegar, salt, natural flavors, which is never a good thing, onion powder, and saccharose, which is probably the thing that everybody kind of pouts on, but I figure it's probably so little and I have it so infrequently. It's something that I don't use very often. Maybe once every couple of weeks or so, I'll put a little bit in, and it's like, works out to be like a teaspoon or something like that. So I'm not worried about it. So anyway, so that's my lunch. So sorry about the little camera issue I had. I think everything's good now. I fixed the issue, I hope. So ran out of space on my memory card, so I had to switch memory cards. So, anyway, all right, we'll come back in the next segment and see what I'm doing. I'll actually show you how I prepare it and how I'm gonna fix the hot dogs. All right, so we'll talk to you in the next segment. All right, it's time to make some lunch. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. These are still frozen. I'm gonna take them out. Wrap them up. I'm gonna put them in the microwave for about 2 minutes. And then in 2 minutes I'll show you what I'm gonna do next. All right. I'm gonna take the two dogs, put those back in here for about 30 seconds. Melt the cheese. Hey, so I had to stop at the store and get a couple of things, so I thought I'd just kind of show you really quick like what I got. Like I said, I got a couple of grocery stores really close to the house, so generally I stop on my way home from work, or if I'm out doing something, I'll stop and pick up something. I'll do it a couple times a week so that it ends up so we don't do a lot of big grocery shopping trips and stuff. But anyway, so I stopped and I picked up some of this keto ratio. This is good for the week for me, plus part of next week. I'll have one a day for them. So there's some black cherry ones here, there's some strawberry ones, and there's some mixed berry ones. And again, these are only 2 net carbs, or total carbs I should say. So I really like these. These are really nice and creamy, really thick, really good. So even on the weekend sometimes I'll mix it with some granola or some keto granola or something. Excellent to have. So I get that. And then they had them on sale, so they had the broccoli. So I got 3 of these broccolis, frozen broccolis. I actually like these kind. The CW Bird's Eyes frozen broccoli. I really like those. One of my favorites. Generally, a lot of times it's what I have when I eat. You'll see me eat a lot of broccoli. So I did mean to get some green beans, and for some reason I spaced out and I didn't get them. So I also got a couple of Philadelphia cream cheeses because I have a recipe coming up that I'm going to use these in. I'm not sure I'm going to film it or not, but I think we're going to make it for the weekend for a dessert for a weekend. So we're going to have that. These were on sale, so I bought one of the Egg Life wraps. Only $4.99, so the price was down a little bit. I got to look, because man, these sure look smaller to me than the other ones. I thought the other ones were a lot bigger, but I think they're keeping the price down by shrinking them. I'm not sure, but anyway, so I got an Egg Life wrap. And then I did get some cheese just because I like to have some cheese with it when I'm making the Egg Life wraps and I'm using some of the turkey breast or some ham or something like that. I like to throw a piece of cheese in there with it as well. Or even if I have one of the hot dogs or something like that, I'll throw one of these with it as well. So nice. I did buy some of this Lakanto's monk fruit extract drops. So I actually got 2 of them. I'm going to take one to work with me and one here. And I'm going to put this in my coffee instead of the sweetener. Again, 0 carbs in this, 0 total carbs in it. So whereas the sweetener, I'm using about a half a teaspoon of it, has about 2 or 3 carbs in it, right? So this is 0 total carbs in it. So I'm going to use this in my coffee going forward, see if that makes any difference or not. Probably not, but what the heck, I'm going to try it and see if it's easier. Put a couple drops of this in, and so you're going to start seeing me do this on a regular basis going forward. Then berries for the week, I got a couple of blackberries and a raspberry, and then look at these funky strawberries. These are Tropical Bliss strawberry phrases. So pretty cool. So those are strawberries. They're white. And I said, well, they're white strawberries. And I said, I got to try them. I just, out of curiosity, I got to try them, right? So, but anyway, that was a quick little haul I got. So, really, really nice. Oh yeah, and I did for our treat, because our getting bad, and our cheat on the weekend is really having some soda with a meal or something like that. So on the weekends or something like that, we'll have a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero. I actually like the Sprite Zero better, but they didn't have any. They haven't had any in quite a while, so not sure what's going on with the Sprite Zeros. But anyway, so every once in a while, so a bottle of this will last us a couple of weeks. So that's what we got. All right, so let me know what you think. All right, I'll talk to you in the next segment. All right, are we ready to do some dinner? I know I am. I'm had a great day. A great day at work. Everything went really well. So it's going as a nice day. So far eating has been well. Hopefully this kind of demonstrates or hopefully shows you some of the things that I eat and some of the things that I like to eat. I'm going to change some things up for August. So watch. I'm going to have a live on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. West Coast time. So what would be that? So you figure it's like 1:30 East Coast time, 12:30 Central time, something like that. So I'm going to do a little live and talk a little bit about how did I do for the whole month, and then talk a little bit about what am I going to do in August, right? So I have some plans. I have a couple of goals that I want to do in August. So it's kind of nice to sit down and talk about it. I do have a plan. I've been working on it and writing it up. I'll share it with you and all that stuff. So anyway, but that's here and there. So I do have a dinner ready to go. I'm going to show you what I'm going to have. So let's plate it up and I can heat it up. This is some from the meal prep that we did. So this is so we did the sous vide cooker this past weekend to try it out, and it came out really well. I think I overcooked the meat a little bit more than I wanted to, so next time I'm going to keep the temperature down a little bit. Again, this was a really, really cheap roast. This was a sirloin tip roast, which is, you can't get much cheaper than that. And actually, the taste-wise, and it's really soft and really easy to cut. You can cut it with a fork if you wanted to. So I'm going to weigh it out, just because I want to make sure I'm somewhat accurate when I put it into my carb manager. So this is the meat. I do have some gravy in here, some juice. So I'm going to put that on top of it. All goodness. So that comes out about the 9.1 ounces. So I'm going to put 9 into my carb manager. So that's going to be that. Again, especially when you're first starting out, I would strongly recommend that you buy a scale. I will tell you, it's really good to understand how much you're eating, right? It's not turning off on me. There it goes. So, really, really good. And then I'm going to have some broccoli with it. I'm gonna throw that in the heater, and then for dessert, I'm gonna have my regular. I have some red raspberries that I'm gonna eat with it. So that's gonna be my dinner. Then I'm also gonna have, just to show you, I'm gonna put some electrolyte drops with some lemon juice in a water bottle because I'm gonna take that and go for a walk with me, and that's gonna be my dinner. So that's what I'm gonna have right now. So we'll come back after we eat all this good stuff, and then I go for my walk. Excuse me. I seem to choke a lot, when I'm talking, and my wife says, "Oh, you got to keep some water around with you." And she's so right. My camera's crooked, so. So we'll come back in the next segment. We'll talk about how the total day went. We'll go through all the food that we ate today. If you were interested in the activity, I can tell you how many steps I'm at when I'm done with my walk at the end of the day and all that good stuff. And then hopefully stick around. I had a good drawing last Saturday for the giveaway that I had. I'll be sending gifts out here in the next day or two too as well. So I've been really enjoying it. Really have loving this. You guys have been so gracious and so good. You've really helped me and inspire me and keep me going. So, hey, if you want to see some more really great stuff like this, just keep watching, okay? And I'll see you in the next segment. All right, we're done eating for the day. I had to stop at CVS to get something. So there's a Trader Joe's right next to CVS. So I did run in and get something, just because they have the cauliflower thins there. So I went in and I grabbed a couple of them. I only have a couple left. I use these when I'm getting burgers and stuff. Like my wife and I go Fridays. A lot of times we'll go out and grab a burger from a place called Hobbit's or go In-N-Out or somewhere like that, and grab a burger or something, and I'll take those and I'll use those for buns instead. They're really good to toast up and make for sandwiches and stuff as well. So again, the cauliflower thins, and they actually come. Outer Isle makes the same thing. These are the white label Outer Isles. So 2 pieces of these are a total of 3 carbs for 2 pieces. Fat is 5. Right. So, and it's really shredded cauliflower, liquid egg whites, Parmesan cheese, skim milk, and then deactivated yeast. That's what they're made out of. So good stuff. I like them. Really, really good. Nice to toast in as well. So put them in a little frying pan, a little bit of butter, and toast them up really good. So anyway, but just kind of want to mention that to you. Just something else to look for at Trader Joe's. They also have at Trader Joe's, they have the what is it? Jicama. The jicama wraps, they're right next to these, and the jicama wraps are really nice. They're really sweet and stuff, and they're really good. They're perfect for like little burritos and stuff like that. Man, they're the bomb. So I'll get those every once in a while too. So those are really good too. So just a refresher for the day. I had for breakfast, I had that bread with the cheese on it, just a refresher, the protein sparing modifying bread with the cheese on it. This is not a protein sparing modifying day. This is a regular keto day. So then I had my coffee with the Keto Chow daily minerals in it, and the MSM and the collagen and the ghee and all the other good stuff for breakfast. And then for lunch, I had the Teton's Polish sausages. And then I had a piece of cheese for each one, so I had 2 pieces of cheese. I had the egg life wraps and a little bit of ketchup with it. I did track the ketchup, so and then the keto friendly keto ratio. It's Bird's Eye inspirational keto friendly yogurt, right? And then I had 2 of the Baby Bells on there as well. They were a snack later in the day. It was around 2 o'clock or so. And then for dinner, I had that roast beef sirloin tip. And then I had about a half a cup of broccoli. And someone had mentioned to me about my last protein sparing modifying about the broccoli. Broccoli doesn't have any fat in it. So they had mentioned how I wasn't supposed to be eating broccoli because I needed to keep my fats down. And broccoli doesn't have any fats in it. So at least on the broccoli I get, the label says a serving of broccoli has 0 fat in it. So, then I'm going by the nutritional label, right? So, And then the raspberries, I had a third of a cup of raspberries for dinner too. So a lot of that, my whole day, the biggest part of that, the carbs for the day was my dinner, right? So it was 10 total carbs between the raspberry and the broccoli. So just to let you know, almost 11 carbs. So again, just to kind of go through it today, up here you'll see I had a super lean protein day. Actually, I should say a super protein day. I had 176 grams of protein, which I'm pretty impressed that it was that high, but I can understand why with eating the beef and the sausage and all that good stuff. And then my fats were at 97, and then my calories was at 1,625. So again, I don't count calories, so I could care less whether it's above or below 1,400 calories. Again, for me, I find that your body reacts different, and if you're keeping your insulin level low, it will process the proteins and the fats and everything very differently than if your insulin spikes up when you eat. Because one of its main purposes is to store fat in case you need it for later. So if I don't have an insulin spike, it's not storing the fat; it's just processing it and getting it out of me. So I don't believe that whole calories in, calories out deal. So can argue about it all day long, but that's just me. So total carbs, I ate 16 total carbs. I had 5 fibers, so if I was tracking net carbs, I had 10 net carbs. So I am going to make some changes for the month of August. So I'm going to talk about that in the live that's coming up. And this was kind of prepping a little bit towards that a little bit more. So hopefully you'll stick around and you'll join me on that live, and hopefully we can have some good conversation, right? So I know I'm not right about everything, and I know that I misinterpret things all the time, but I know it works for me, and this is what works for me. So, and again, I'm not making big adjustments. I'm just making some minor adjustments here and there to tweak it. Again, I'm kind of closer to where I want to be. I'm really at that maintenance mode. My maintenance mode was 180, so I really wanted to be right around there. So that's what I'm targeting, and that's what I'm trying to hit. Well, hey, anyway, hopefully you liked it. If you like this content, hit that little round circle over here. Also, kind of, watch this video over here, watch this video over here, and watch this video over here for more of this content. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. I'd love to have you sticking around and watch more of it with me.